Hey everybody, J.R. Fisher here. Good to see you on this Saturday morning. It is the 21st of August. Can you believe that? I mean, it seems like we just started that world illness. We've already been through going on 2 years of it? Going on 2 years, seriously? And it's still a problem? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't understand it, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to make money. I'm going to sell stuff online. I'm going to teach you guys. Matter of fact, today, and let me get my screen set up here so I can talk to you guys as I'm talking. There we go. Tap there. Get this thing started. All right. I want to get all my chat stuff going. And guys, do me a favor. Put in the chat section there any questions you may have. And I'm trying to get my screen going here. It doesn't want to cooperate with me. Hang on one second. Hang on. Simmer down. I'll get this. There we go. Okay, so that's going up there. And I'm going to be doing a quiz today. Now, let me explain something to you about this quiz. You're welcome to take it along with me. I won't be able to give you a score unless you actually go to the link that I'm going to give you at the end of the session. This is absolutely free. I don't charge you anything or anything like that. But I think it's really good, even if you're already an entrepreneur, to take this test. This is pretty detailed. And what it's going to do is if you take the test online and you fill everything out, it will send you an email and it will tell you what your score is, and it'll let you know what you need to work on. So like if you take this test and you don't do real well on it, that doesn't mean you can't be a great entrepreneur. What it means is it's going to tell you what areas you need to work on. Okay. And then you can go back through and take it again as you improve on these areas. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. I spent a lot of time on this test. I put a lot of energy into it. And like I say, at the end of this session today, I'm going to give you a link to it where you can actually go to it online. You can take the entire test. You can get your actual score. And I think it's going to be pretty cool. Richard Brown says, pencil at the ready for the quiz. Looking forward to this. Now, I built this also, guys. So, I built this in Kartra. Kartra has just added quizzes and surveys. And I'm going to put a link in the description. At the end of this video here, it'll be in the description. You won't see it now, but you can actually get Kartra for $1 if you want. I am an affiliate for Kartra. I love it. I think it's one of the best softwares out there. And they constantly add these new features to Kartra, and they don't charge you anything. So now I've got surveys and quizzes, and instead of having to pay some other company to do it, I can do it right in Kartra. I can tag people. I can send them information, whatever I want. And you could use it for all kinds of marketing. Let me know where you're from. Put in that chat box where you're at. Make sure you could hear me. I assume you can. I've been talking for a while and nobody said no audio. So go ahead and put that in the chat there. Let me know what you need to work on. If you have questions that are outside of the realm of what I'm teaching today, it doesn't mean you can't ask me. You can certainly ask me any questions you want. Just put them in that chat box here. I've got look here. I've got a little iPad right here and I'm seeing myself. But I can actually answer your questions. Like I said, we are live. It is 10:03 Central Daylight Time in Texas. I'm in Texas. I used to be in California. We moved out of there. Taxes and politics. I'm done with it. Save so much money. I'll tell you something really interesting before I get started. Our utility bill in California for a house that was one-half the size of the house that I'm in right now was $600 to $700 a month. We got our utility bill yesterday, $161. Now, no matter how you slice it, we're going to save, probably $6,000 a year just on utilities. Never mind the fact that we don't have personal income tax or any of that stuff here, just utilities. Let me see what you guys got to say. Need some pointers on Facebook ads and my e-com site through DCA. Sure, I'll be happy to help you with that. Web Solution is in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. And Richard says it is all clear, which is good. Thank you, Richard. Richard, send me any of those pointed questions you have. You can send it to training@jrfisher.com, training@jrfisher.com. I'll be happy to get on it and help you out. And Doylestown, that's interesting. My dad was born in Johnstown, which was a coal mining town. He told the story. I'm getting ready to start this quiz, by the way. So get ready to take the quiz. But he told the story that there was nothing that you could do when you got out of high school. You could either join the military or you could join the coal mine. I mean, those were the only two choices. So he chose to join the coal mine. And then the next day he joined the military because the coal mine wasn't doing it for him. Okay. That's a tough way to go. Okay, guys. So I'm going to start the quiz now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you the inside of the survey in Kartra. So it's not going to look like the published version. It's going to be inside of Kartra, like the builder part of it. Okay, so that's the part I'm going to show you. Many thanks, Facebook ads. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. Just let me know whatever you need. And I got to kind of get up here so I can click the right button. And I'm going to click share. And I want to share screen. And I'm using a software called StreamYard, guys. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let me get over here. I want to share a tab. And I want to share this Kartra one right here with you. And I'm going to share it. Okay. So you should be seeing a Kartra tab now, and you should be seeing a little guy smoking a cigar. And these are the questions. Now, there's going to be 20 of these questions, 20 questions. You can write down your answers off to the side. When you take this online, when I give you the link to take this online, you'll be able to get all your answers emailed to you and, the results and how you scored on this. Okay. So the first one, do you consider yourself a leader, or would you like to become one? Okay, interesting. The first one says, yes, I've always felt I could lead people. That's what the first one says, okay? Next one says, no, I'd rather follow other people's directions who know what to do. The next one says, I feel people who want to lead are dangerous. They could be, couldn't they? Leaders often take people down the wrong path. And that's true too. Now, there are going to be answers in here, guys, that are going to be more right than others. So when you select your answer, understand the purpose of this quiz is to find out if you're entrepreneurial material or what you need to improve on. Okay. So look at all those answers there, jot down whatever your answer is. You can actually put it in the comments if you want, what you think is the right answer. That would be kind of interesting, actually, to put it in the comments. Put what you think is the right answer. There are no wrong answers here. Okay. All these answers could be right, but there's one that will determine if you're going to be a good entrepreneur, and you need to work on it if you got one of the other ones. So feel free to put that in the comment section there. All right. Let me go to the next one. The next one says, oh, I got to do it this way. I can't really hit next. All right. Look at that kid there. It looks like he's pouting a little bit, right? This one here says, do you like to do things your own way? Do you like to do things your own way? Let's see here. So I've put that in there. And guys, feel free, like I say, throughout this, ask me questions. I'm going to keep looking over here and referring. I'm going to get upset if you don't ask me questions. As a matter of fact, I want questions from you guys. I want comments from you guys. And put your answer to that last one in there. Put your answer to this one in here. So this one here says, do you like things to go basically your own way? The first one says, yes, I feel I have some great ideas and I like winning. The next one says, no, I could care less. The next one says, it really doesn't matter as long as they get done. And the last answer is, I think everyone should take turns getting their way so that it is fair. Okay, so any of those could be right. But there's once again, there's one answer that are going to determine if you're entrepreneurial material or what you need to work on. Let's see here. Very clever questions. Richard Brown says, hey, I spent some time on this, Rich. I spent I think 2 or 3 days writing this quiz. And it's based on a lot of people I know over the years who are very successful entrepreneurs and traits that I saw in them. I got my protein shake going. So it's not just me. It is other people. Now, guys, if you're not watching this live, I know some of you aren't watching it live, but we are live right now. But wait a second. If you heard me say that in the future, you would think. Anyhow, look, if you're not watching it live, you can still take this quiz, and I will put the link in the description and in the comments section if you want to take this quiz outside of this. Okay, so what answer do you think it was? Yes, I feel I have some great ideas, and I like winning. Or no, I could care less, or it really doesn't matter as long as they get done, or I think everyone should take turns getting their way to so that it's fair. Now, some of you or not putting answers in that comment section because you're afraid of being wrong. That is a trait of somebody who's not an entrepreneur. Okay. You can't be afraid to be wrong. You can't be afraid to be wrong. So put your answers in that comment section there. I want to see them. I want to see what you guys are thinking. Okay. You guys are the first person. Richard Brown says, it really doesn't matter for number 2. Okay, great. He's got an answer there. And guys, later on, you can take this test and get your score on it. So let's move on to the next one here. And my screen is kind of far away. I apologize for having a stretch here. What do we got here? What do we got here? This one here is decision time. Decision time. Number 3, do you turn to your, or do you turn, I'll get this right. Do others turn to you for help in making decisions? Let's see here. Do others turn to you for help in making decisions? The first answer says, yes, this happens all the time. The next one says, no, I think everyone should make their own decisions. The next one says, no, I don't want to be responsible for others' failures. And they don't usually, but I will give them my opinion, even if it's not asked for. So one of those is the most right answer. Okay. One of those is the most right answer. The other ones could be right too. And Richard Brown says big yes for number 3. What is number 3? 1, 2, 3. No, I don't want to be responsible for others' failures. Okay. So those are the answers to this question. Jot your answer down, stick it in there. Richard's doing it. What's wrong with the rest of you guys, man? Put your answers in there. Put yourself out there a little bit. It's okay to put stuff out there and it doesn't agree with other people. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's another trait of an entrepreneur. They don't worry about that. That's why I know Richard Brown's an entrepreneur, because he is doing it. He's putting stuff in there. So make sure you're doing that. If you're watching this after it's live, of course, you can put it in the comments section. That's not a problem. You can also do that too. All right, let's get on to the next question here. The next question is, do you enjoy competition? Do you enjoy competition? And I've got, you see guys, I've got these pictures here, which when you actually take the actual quiz, when I give you the link to it, you'll be able to see all the pictures and all that. It's all fit on a page. It looks really good. Richard Brown, no. 1 for question quiz number 3. Okay, so he switched it, and you can switch it. You can put an answer and then you can change it. But do you enjoy competition? Yes, I've always felt I could achieve big things. No, I think I would be too scared. Or sometimes some is good, some competition, okay? Competition is unnecessary and everyone should be equal, okay? So those are gonna be your 4 answers for this one. Any of them could be right, but there's one that determines if you're really a truly entrepreneur material. And after you take this, if you don't get a high score, don't worry about it. You can improve on these things, okay? Once you know what they are. No, number 1 for 4. So he says, yes, I've always felt I could achieve big things. The rest of you, get in there, man. Put your answers in there. Do it. Type. Put some answers in there. And I know I'm going to have a whole lot more when this thing goes live and people do it in the comments, but when it's recorded. Right now it's live and not that many people can get in there at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning. They may have a life or something going on. Not that you guys don't have a life, but I do appreciate you sharing your time with me. Oh yeah, one thing I haven't said is that you need to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or I upload a video. And let's get on to number 5. Number 5. Oh, look at this, kind of a Zen thing going on here, right? All right, this one here is, would you say that persistence and self-discipline are important? Would you say that persistence and self-discipline are important? First answer, no. It really is not needed to be really successful. The next answer, most definitely. And the next answer on there, these traits are very overrated. And the next answer on there is, why keep trying if you are failing all the time? So which answer would you say is best? Stick it in there. Let's see, competition is unnecessary. Very red square. Is that what that is? Very red square? Most definitely. Richard says most definitely. So those are the answers to this one. And like I said, I'm going to give you a link at the end of this. You can go take this quiz on your own, and don't worry about that. You'll have it. You'll have all this stuff. Okay. So next one up here. Question number 6, and this is about planning, guys. Question number 6 is, what is your opinion about planning ahead? What is your opinion about planning ahead? It's really not about planning. It's about who you know. That's the first answer. The next one says, you really can't plan for everything, so you should just be able to react to situations. The next answer, you must plan ahead, but you can always change your plan as needed. All right. And the next answer is, I never plan and things have worked out fine. So those are your 4 answers. Feel free to put it in the chat box there. Being an entrepreneur teaches you how to fail. That's so true, Richard. That is so true. Man, have I been taught how to fail. I've really been taught how to fail. Okay. Fail all the time. No big deal, because I have wins in there too. And the wins always make up for the failures. That's how that works. So don't worry about failing. And we're going to come to a failure question in just a second. You're going to see. All right. So put your answer in there, and we're going to move on to number 7. Number 7. I want to get through this. I'm going to go a little bit faster because we're already at 10:15, and we've got 14 more answers to do. Okay, this one here. How well do you get along with others? How well do you get along with others? First one says, sometimes people are just wrong, and you need to force your opinion if you want to succeed. Next answer is, if I see they are less experienced or younger than me, then obviously I would be right and need to argue with them. The next answer is, it's important to listen to all viewpoints because arguing never solves the problem. And the next one is, arguing is necessary if you ever want to win. Okay, so those are the answers for that one. Put your answer in there. Failure to plan is planning to fail 100%. Richard says, listen. All right, so he likes the one there where it says, listen to all points of view. That's the one he likes. What about the rest of you? All right, I know you're here. I know you're listening. I see your numbers. So put your answers in there. Please do that for me. I see some people have given me a thumbs up there and liked this video. Please do so. Give me a thumbs up on that video. That's really helpful. And sometimes I forget to tell you, James Breen would always remind people. I don't know where James is today, but maybe he couldn't make it. All right. So the next one up here is number 8. Number 8 is, oh, look at this guy jumping across these rocks here. Do you enjoy taking risk? Do you enjoy taking risk? I like to be very cautious so that I don't fail, or sure. So I always just wing it and go for everything. I should say I got to fix that. I can, and something is bound to work out. Matter of fact, let me fix that right now because I am in the edit phase, and you guys are part of me editing this. Let's see here. I'm going to go here. Let's see here. It says, sure, I always just wing it and something. And go for everything. Okay, I think that's right now. I think that's right. We'll go here. Look how easy this is, guys, how I can switch stuff up. All right, so let me get rid of that. This thing here. There we go. So, do you enjoy taking risks? I like to be very cautious so that I don't fail. Sure. So I always just wing it and go for everything I can, and something is bound to work out, or risks are necessary in business, but you should plan ahead for contingencies, or I hate taking risks and never do it. Okay, which one is it? Never be risk adverse. You were right, Richard. You're right about that, but I don't want to give you the answer. I want you to actually take the quiz. Okay, I'm going to give you the quiz at the end. I don't want to give you the answer. And you know what I'm going to do, guys? If you can still see me, okay, I'm going to move my computer here so I don't have to reach quite as much. And let me make sure that you guys can still see me, but I can be within a little bit more reach here. Just makes it easier for me. So I think that's, let me look at my StreamYard view here. Yeah, okay, I got part of my head cut off, but that's all right. I don't need all my head. I don't need all that. No. All right, so we're back to Karcher here. Okay, so that was question 8. Question 9, right here where it says be your own boss, it says, Do you like being part of a team, or would you rather be independent and be your own boss? What would you like? Okay. Team, and the answers are teams are always the best way to get things done. The next one says be my own boss and be independent. The next one says I like being independent sometimes, but for big decision, a team is best. And the last one says I feel too alone if I'm not in a team. Okay, so those are the answers on that one. Feel free to put your answers. Paul Duff, what's going on, Paul Duff? Good to see you here. He says both. No, you got to pick one. You got to pick one. This is not, you can't pick multiple answers. Okay, this isn't one of those tests. You can't do that. But I'm not saying that some of the other things are not also right, but there's one answer on each one of these questions that is most right. Don't you hate quizzes like this? It makes it so difficult. So anyhow, which one is it? Put your answer in there. Put your answer in the comments if you'd like. Number 10, how do you feel about mistakes? How do you feel about mistakes? Richard Brown says team. Paul says both. You guys are participating now. I appreciate that. Get in there, man. Get in there and participate. Participate on every single one. Imagine if everybody watching right now put answers in those boxes. Man, oh man, would this be cool? So how do you feel about mistakes? I avoid trying too many things so I won't make many mistakes. You should not be afraid of mistakes, but you should examine them and learn from your experience. The next one says, I see people who make mistakes as failures. Ooh, that's brutal, right? Mistakes show what you aren't good at. Okay. Now, like I said, there can be other right answers, but there's one that I'm looking for. Question number 11. You can put your answers. Never be afraid of making a mistake. I like that, Richard. I like that. He's not scared. That man ain't scared. 20 questions. Number 11. Do you enjoy being in control? Mistakes are learning. Paul Duff, you are right, buddy. They are learning, right? How else are we going to figure out what works if we don't figure out what doesn't work, right? Do you enjoy being in control? I hate control freaks and think they are weird. You really can't control most situations. People who want control scare me, or I love being in control so I can act on my own ideas. Which one is it? Feel free to put it in that comment section. You guys are chugging along now. You're doing well. Paul Duff, yes. Question 12. Do you have a burning desire to succeed? So no matter what the challenge. Okay, answers are success only comes to very few lucky people. Your success is based on who you know, not what you do. Okay, that's another answer. You have to have lots of money first, then you can succeed. Or I look at all obstacles as opportunities to succeed. Which one is it? Which one, guys? Richard says, love being in control. I knew you did, dude. I know you do. I know you do. All right. And we're going to go to number 13 now, and put your answers in there. Put them in that chat section. Some of you are doing it. I appreciate it. Do you enjoy experimenting with new and different ideas? Do you enjoy experimenting with new and different ideas? First one says, I prefer to have a set path and proven methods. Okay, that's what that says. The next one says, I am not that good at coming up with ideas. Okay, and the question I want you to think about, guys, if you're not good at coming up with ideas, can you get better at that? I'd like to see your answer to that in there. I'd love to see your answer to that. Obstacles are opportunities. Richard Brown says success is opportunities waiting for all. Yes, I agree with that. Okay, so the answer to this one is I prefer to have a set path and proven methods. I'm not that good at coming up with ideas. If you keep trying new things, you'll fail. It's better to use proven methods. I love trying out new and different methods and seeing the results. There you go. Richard Brown says he loves trying out new stuff. Okay, well, is Richard right? What do you guys say? Is he right? I can't say. I can't say right now. I can't say. Number 14. How do you feel when new problems arise? And you notice there's a lot of problem questions because starting your own business, it's a lot of problems. I can tell you that. How do you feel when new problems arise? I look at problems as challenges that I can find a solution to. I can't stand dealing with problems. Life is too short. Okay, well, problems happen because someone made a mistake. I can deal with some problems, but not too many. Okay, what's your answer to this? Love trying out new things. It's Richard. Paul's saying, follow the path of other successful people. Okay, now keep in mind, guys, keep in mind, I want you to evaluate all these answers because one is most right. Most right. You can't pick an answer that's a little right. You got to pick the one that's most right. So you want to kind of cancel out the other ones. Okay. This can be a very tricky test. This is not for beginners. Okay. This is not a beginner test. Okay. So we're on question 15 now. We got our last 6 to go. Would you still gamble on a new idea, even if the outcome was unknown? How about that? How about that, guys? Would you still gamble on a new idea if the outcome was unknown? Of course I would. This is how you find new ways to succeed. That's the first answer. Next answer. No, of course not. You need to be very careful in business. Next answer. I would get the opinion of friends and family first to make sure it was a good idea. And then the last answer is I would never try unproven ideas. Now, I am going to say one thing about this one because I want you guys to understand. Don't ever ask your friends and family their opinion of anything. If they aren't already doing it, they're not already successful at it. What would make you think that they would know anything about it? Don't ask them. I'll tell you that one right there. That one's wrong. That one's wrong. Okay, so don't pick that one. Number 16, how hard are you willing to work to be successful as your own boss? How hard are you willing to work to be successful as your own boss? I would be willing to work Monday through Friday, 40 hours, but not weekends is the first answer. Okay. Let's see. Of course I would go for it. I like that. Problems are challenges to overcome. That's right, Mr. Brown. I would do whatever it takes to succeed and work 7 days a week and as many hours that are needed is the next answer. I would actually like to reduce my work week and work a lot less than on my job. And, a lot of people are in a job and they want to become an entrepreneur so they can work less. What do you think about that? Put that in the comments. What do you think about that? Do everything and whatever to succeed. I like that. He's picked that one there. And the last one says, I would work up to 50 hours a week and some weekends. Okay. All right. Those are the answers. Number 17. What is your degree? Look at this. Look at this picture I got, guys. Is that not a cool picture? Look at that. Look at that. What is your degree of physical health and mental strength? Now, guys, I'm also going to send this survey out to my list. So if you're not on the list, my J.R. Fisher training list, go to the web, go to jrfisher.com, sign up, and you will get the link to this. Okay, you will definitely get the link to this. So what is your degree of physical health and mental strength? Both of these things are important, guys. Both of these things are important. Think about it. If you don't feel well, you can't do much. If you're not feeling well, you can't do much. And if you don't have much mental strength, what makes you think you can run a business? But let's look at the answers. The first one says, I can get very tired if overworked. And I don't know what overworked is. Do you know what overworked is? It's different for everybody, right? It's different for everybody. I have an average physical and mental strength. Next one says, I stay in shape and take care of my health and have very strong mental health. Physically, I'm not in great shape, but I feel I am mentally strong. Which one is it? Some of them are more right than others. And there's one that's more right than all of them. Keep that in mind. Question 18, we're down to the last three. No friends. I love it. I love it. Don't ask friends. Happy D. Okay. Stay in shape to succeed. Oh, I love it. You guys are putting some stuff in here now. I can't even read that fast. Hard as needed. I like it. I like it. How about this one? Are you prepared, if needed, to temporarily lower your standard of living until your business is firmly established? Expenses. We're talking about expenses, guys. No, the whole point in starting a business is to have more free time and more money. Okay, that's one of the answers. I would for maybe a month or two, but then everything should be better and I can spend more. Next one, I would be willing to cut my spending and lower my standard of living for as long as it takes. And the last answer is, I found that owning your own business can make you rich, so this wouldn't be necessary. Wouldn't have to cut my expenses. Those are the answers. What's your answers? Some of you guys are putting them in the chat. I really appreciate it. Stick them in the chat. Do it, do it, do it. Question number 19. What do we got for number 19? What is your level of business skill? What is your level of business skill? Now understand, guys, if you get some of these wrong, it doesn't mean you can't improve on it. Okay. And this, I think, is an obvious one right here, but here's some of the answers. I'm just starting to learn about business techniques and skills. I have taken some courses, but still have lots to learn. I have learned a lot, but still need to brush up on some things. And I'm going to give you the answer to this one. And then the last answer is, I have studied everything I need to know and also ran a business in the past. Now, obviously, the answer to this one's got to be the last one, right? Because if you've got all this experience, you're going to do better. But it doesn't mean if you picked one of those other ones that you can't improve on it. But what I want you to do in the quiz is to pick the answer that's most right, which I'm going to give you this one. It would be the fourth answer there. Okay. The fourth one that I read off. All right. The last question on the test, guys. This is the last question. And then I'm going to talk about how you can actually go take this quiz online. Lots to learn, always willing, as long as it takes to achieve my goals. I love that stuff. I love it. How supportive is your family and friends of you starting a business? First one says, my spouse and family think it's a bad idea if it takes time away from them. Next answer, they kind of have a wait and see attitude depending on if I'm successful. Next one, I would say it's about 50-50 support to no support. And then the last one says, my spouse and family are 100% behind what I want to do and are willing to sacrifice time and money if that's what it takes to make me happy. Now, guys, I want to tell you something here. If you don't get 100% on this quiz, it doesn't mean you can't be wildly successful online. It just lets you know some of the things you need to work on. It lets you know some of the obstacles. Okay. You know, like if you don't have tons of business experience, what do you need to do? You need to get business experience. Let me stop sharing here. All right, there we go. Oh wow, some of my head is cut off there. Let me do this. Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get this camera. All right, is that better? I think that's better. Okay, you can see me, but it gets kind of dark, doesn't it? All right, nothing perfect on this, but something's covering this. Hang on. That should do it. That's not doing it. That's in the way. There we go. Is that better? A little bit better. Okay, there we go. And we'll get a little bit of color to this thing here. I had this like tray up here that I set my laptop on to get the right angle, but then depending on where the lighting is, it ain't easy. None of this stuff's easy, right? It's not easy. But what'd you think of the quiz? Put your comments in that chat section right now. Let me know. Says Richard Brown says, many thanks, buzzing now. Okay. Very fortunate, 100% support. That's cool. Put your comments. What do you think of this quiz? Now, if you are not watching this live, you can put it in the comments section. Let me know what you thought of the quiz. Let me know how you felt like you did on the quiz. I'm going to have in the description within sometime today, come back to this video. In the description, there'll be a link to take this quiz and get your results. Also, get on my email list. Go to jrfisher.com, get on my email list, opt in for anything. It'll put you on the list. And you'll also get a link to this questionnaire and you can just take it. Okay. So that's another thing you can do. Do you have any questions? Anything else you guys would like to know? Anything you'd like to ask me about, you know, making money online? I have been selling online for over a decade now. And I mean, full-time, making a living. We've sold millions of dollars of products, both digital and physical. So if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. If you're not watching this live, you can put it in the comments section. Love to get your questions. Love to get your comments. I love that. I want to hear your successes. I want to hear your failures. I want you to participate. Participation is the key. This is the key to being successful online. If you don't participate with other people, if you don't talk to other people, if you don't learn new things, if you're not constantly viewing a new video or reading a new blog, you're going to get left behind because this stuff changes so fast, guys. Surveys, the survey I did this morning, this quiz I did this morning, more of a quiz, didn't exist in Kartra 2 weeks ago. Okay. So I couldn't have done this training. Couldn't have done it, but I did because they opened that up for us. They added it. So I highly suggest you get in Kartra. In the description of this video, you'll also see a link for Kartra. So you can go there and get that too. So that's what I got for you. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try to get up here live some next week during the week. I'm going to probably do that around 9 a.m. So I'll see you guys then. Really enjoyed it, guys. Thank you for spending time with me on this Saturday. Love each and every one of you. Don't forget to what? Let me get these things in here. There we go. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there. If it's red, you want to click it, turn it gray. Don't forget to ring the bell. Turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or I upload a video. Look, they're out of the way now. Thanks for being here, guys. I'll talk to you soon.